Let a couple of y'all get in here. Let a couple of y'all get in here. Come on, get in here, y'all. Get in here, goddamn it. I see that I got suckers internet, man. I got I'm struggle streaming as they call it, right? All right, so good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday, November 10th, 2023. I'm low from the go, and I will be bringing you the overnight news. Now, the reason why I'm doing this type of show, reaction to news stories, is because I know a lot of y'all busy, man. A lot of y'all got the kids to worry about. You come home, you got to fix food. You tired from a hard day's work. A lot of you guys don't get a chance to catch up with what's going on in the news. So what I decided to do was bring to you some stories that I felt was interesting and that I felt that my people wanted to hear. And I'm gonna bring y'all them stories, man. So what I got to say today, I don't want it to reflect on anything else. I don't want it to change your opinion. I just wanted to give you a little bit of extra help, man. A little bit of thought. I want you to have a little bit of thought that goes along with this. All right, so FBG Duck, man, his murder case is going on right now. And I want to get into this video, which was made by King AK-47, man. He gonna tell us what was going on in the courtroom, ladies and gentlemen, because a lot of people feel like this ain't a big trial, but I feel like this is a big ass trial, man. This is basically the trial of the century for Chicago right now because those white folks downtown Chicago, they nervous. They want examples made, man. Yeah, they want examples made out of the people that will come down there and commit crime. If you come to downtown Chicago and you commit a crime, they want your ass to go down, especially if it's a murder. All right, so let's dig right into King AK-47, see what he had to say about this whole entire situation. And let me pull him up on the screen real quick. See what King AK-47 had to say. What happened in the courtroom, man? Because this is day number two. Today will be day number three, but this was day number two. And let's hear what AK got to say about it.
So day two of FBG Duck trial was yesterday. And we went over day one. It was basically opening statements from the prosecution, the defense, things like that. Mama Duck went live and said that the other, the offenders had, their moms in there and family support and things like that. Then I did a live stream on it. So if y'all ain't see the live stream, y'all can go check that out. It's the last video I posted. Well, day two went a little different. Day two, Cache Williams was called to the stand as the first witness, as the first person to speak on the stand in FBG Duck case. Now, Cache Williams is labeled as FBG Duck's girlfriend. I don't know if you know, we just gonna call it what it is. That's FBG Duck's girlfriend. And a couple things was revealed that was pretty interesting. For one, she needed time. She broke down on the stand. She needed time. She told the judge, I just need time, hold on. And I guess they gave her a little time to get herself together. And as she was saying what happened, this is what she said what happened. Duck was in the line.
All right, so just imagine that a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Just imagine that. It's a very emotional trial. And what I'm assuming that this young lady was there. I'm assuming that she was the young lady that was shot in her hand because Duck was shot alongside of a female and another male. We don't know who the male is. Nobody said that they was from FBG. A lot of people feel like it was just a fan that happened to be out there when lots of gunmen rolled up, man, masked up, rolled up and put around 16 shots into FBG Duck, man. So let's continue with King AK-47, what he said, what his breakdown is.
Uh, she was inside the car. I'm assuming Duck never had his gun on him because she said once she seen masked men, shooting at Duck. She picked up Duck's gun and shot through the windshield. She was shooting through the car at them while they was shooting at Duck. So
Wow, that's crazy, man. That's crazy as hell. FBG Duck standing outside. The pandemic was going on, so they only let a certain amount of people walk into the store at any particular time. So the pandemic is going on. FBG Duck is standing outside. Masked gunman pull up, start firing shots at FBG Duck. His girlfriend, man. His girlfriend grabbed the pistol and started firing shots through the windshield. Through the windshield, man. A lot of people were saying that Duck, his gun jammed up on him. But according to witness testimony, Duck never had a gun on him, it appears. Duck didn't have a gun on him, and she must have been the only person sitting in the car. So the guy must have been standing outside with FBG Duck. She was sitting in the car. The gunman pulled up, started firing shots at FBG Duck. Then she returned fire. Let's continue.
we could put an end to the Duck shot. Mama Duck was right the whole time. I thought it made sense that he shot because dude that was next to him, which they keep hiding. They said Cache Williams was hit witness and another man was hit. Why isn't this man a witness? Why is this man? Why are people going out their way to protect this man's?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Do we know if he's a witness or not? I'm not sure if King AK-47 knows that this particular guy was a witness. I'm not sure about that. Is he on the witness list? Did we just not put two and two together? Oh, this name right here, or witness number three, is this particular person? Because I really want to know who this guy was. If she was sitting in the car, FBG Duck was standing in the line. Um, I think the guy was standing next to Duck because why would he have a guy in the car with him with his girl and he's standing outside by himself unprotected? It just don't make no sense. So I believe that that guy was standing outside, but why wasn't he on the witness list? Or is he on the witness list and we just don't know his name because they say witness number three or witness number two or this, that, and the other. So let's continue.
His identity. Why is he a witness? I mean, y'all could put Trench's dudes all out here. I mean, Trench's dudes wasn't even on the crime scene. The fact that this man was on the crime scene, seen what he seen, got shot, and he not labeled a witness, no nothing, that's crazy to me. But they said she got shot in the process after she was shooting through the car. A couple of them turned and started shooting at her. She was shot twice, had to go through surgery. I think she got shot in her wrist. A bullet was lodged in there. And, basically a nightmare for the girl. So for her to have to re-go, remember, y'all, she watched him die. She said after, she didn't check on Duck until after they started shooting. And you can't blame her, man. You feel what I'm saying? What she's supposed to do? Run in the gunfire rep. She did the best she could, man.
No, you can't blame her. What you mean blame her? Who's blaming her, man? Look, shout out to that young lady. She actually uh made the gunman turn around and look at her and pay attention to her, take their eyes off of Doug. Maybe some people didn't because, according to witnesses, somebody ran up on Doug on top of him while he was on the ground, I guess. Ran on top of him and started letting off shots, really putting a nail in the coffin, per se, making sure that they took care of Duck. This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man, shout out to that young lady because a lot of women would have just ducked their head, didn't grab the gun, didn't shoot, none of that. They would have just ducked their head, held their head down, and tried and just prayed for them. Prayed for them. A lot of women would have did that. So by her even grabbing the gun and firing back, that means something, man. She must have cared for Duck. So of course she was on the stand, emotional, because it brings back her trauma from when she got shot as well. Continue with King AK.
Um, a lot of females would have folded in that situation. Hell, a lot of females wouldn't have did nothing. Not because they scared. It's because they just not about to do nothing for no man. So obviously the girl has some type of love there for him. I'm seeing all these people, man, she ain't really loved up, bruh. How many of you ladies would do that? You feel what I'm saying? So cut it out, man. And basically that's how day two went, man. The main thing about that, they don't put this in the news articles and all that, is that Cash Williams, FBG Duck girlfriend, took the stand and she had some things to say, and Duck never shot his gun, man. I just wonder why Duck didn't have it in the line with him. See, now we know, and I don't know about the Duck because this the thing, right?
All right, let me tell you this. I got a theory on why Duck didn't have his gun in line with him, because he felt like he was safe. He was protected in downtown Chicago. He didn't think that O Block guys had enough balls to come downtown and kill him, man. He didn't think that, bro. Um, Lil J, Billionaire Black, they made a song called Arrogant, man. Oh, so arrogant. And that's how I feel the Chicago GDs, or the GDs that's in Chicago. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, they got a little bit of arrogance because the GDs are so deep. The GDs are so big. And maybe he just put his protection within downtown. Hey, I'm downtown, man. I'm protected. They got cameras right here. I'm standing right in front of a camera. He probably saw all the cameras and said, shit, I don't need this gun on me. But that was a fatal mistake, man. FBG Duck. That was a fatal mistake. But I do want to say, man, shout out to the young lady, man. To that young lady who put her life on the line to try to save FBG Duck. Because that's exactly what she did. She didn't have to do that. King AK was right about that. A lot of women ain't gonna do nothing like that. They not finna pull out a gun when 4 or 5 niggas pull up, man. 4 or 5 niggas pull up. They not about to pull out a gun and start to fight, especially a firefight, right? They not about to do that. They gonna think about themselves. They gonna think about their children. They gonna say shit, and niggas ain't gonna blame them. The guys are not gonna blame him. If Duck would have lived, been in a wheelchair, all of that, he wouldn't have blamed her if she didn't grab a gun. That's the thing too. He wouldn't have blamed her. He'd have been like, "Well, baby, I just wish you would have tossed it to me or something, or I would have took care of my business myself." That's what Duck would have said. I believe. Because I wouldn't blame a female for not shooting back for me, especially in the heat of the moment. Especially in the heat of the moment, man. Duck was just a goner, man. They did that, and that's what happened, man. They did it, and it was blazing, and you know, it was crazy. And all I gotta say is this. All I gotta say is, I gotta say, if they did it, man, if they did this, and they got the evidence, because the feds ain't gonna just pick up a case just because. The feds ain't just gonna pick up a case just because. So if they got the evidence and they find these guys guilty, get a ass life, man. This was too much. This is a couple of places you ain't supposed to do crimes like that in Chicago. Downtown is one of them. Schools, that's another place where if you shoot up a school, get your ass life. Churches, get your ass life. Innocent civilians in like just theaters and stuff like that, movie theaters, give they ass life. They have no regard for life. And that's what's gonna happen because those white folks that live downtown, they are traumatized too. The white folks that was shopping that day, they're traumatized. And they're not gonna go for it. And they don't have to get out there and scream and holler. They let their money do the talking, right? That's what they do. They let their money do the talking. So for those guys to kill FBG Duck like a dog in downtown Chicago, if they are found guilty, they deserve life. Because this place is Well, we ain't supposed to do it, man. We supposed to have common sense. We supposed to have enough sense to know it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Let's follow him from downtown. You know, these whoever did this, man, they cowboys. Reckless ass cowboys. They could have followed that man. I still didn't want Duck to die, but you know, shit. If we hop out like that, nigga, we could have did it at the courtroom, at the courthouse. They probably would have had a better chance getting away at the goddamn courthouse. You know what I'm saying? And y'all think that, and you know, people do die at the courthouse, and y'all think that that's blazing. But this downtown shooting was blazing. You know, shout out to that young lady. She didn't have to shoot back. She could have ducked her head, but she didn't, man. She shot back and she received bullets because of that. I just wish she would have hit one of the assailants, and that way we would have knew who actually was a part or took part in killing FBG Duck, man. But what y'all think gonna happen in this trial right here? Just let me know in the comment section what you guys think is gonna happen, man. Will they be found guilty? Will they be found innocent, man? Either which way is crazy. All right, so we got another story, man, coming straight up out of Chicago, man, on the west side, man. Broad daylight shooting, man, that killed the man. Let's check this out, y'all. Broad daylight shooting. Let me pull it up real quick so y'all can check it out. Somebody died broad on the west side, and that's what goes on in Chicago as well, man. That's what goes on as well. Broad daylight shootings on the south side, the west side, it don't matter. Let me pull it up real quick, see what's going on.
Violent outside a store when gunfire left one man dead, another wounded.
CBS 2's Charday Gray has been working this story all day and found surveillance video that could be a clue to what happened.
While it's unclear what led up to this deadly shooting, surveillance video with different angles helps paint the picture of what happened. Surveillance video from Curly's Deli Mart shows the moments that led up to the double shooting. Cameras caught the suspect and one of the two victims talking in a group. You see one victim walk off and the suspect chases after him with a gun. Around the corner, we're blurring the victim as the shooter continues to fire and runs across the street. You see people running into the store to avoid gunfire. Another angle shows.
Damn, see, that's blazing too, man. This ain't no different than the FBG murder case right here. Broad daylight, standing outside in front of everybody, cameras everywhere, and these young guys is out here killing each other. They out here killing each other, man. And we got fake internet niggas that's out here fake pushing peace.
Shows the same thing and someone locking the doors. Police gathered several shell casings in the parking lot next to the store. A gun was recovered as well.
A bullet has no name. You shoot, if it's a person you try to shoot at, if it's a crowd, you shooting at him, you're going to hit somebody else.
James Bush is a security guard at the store. He arrived after the shooting happened.
I'm glad he did, man, because Pops might have ran his ass out there, tried to be a hero. He probably would have tried to be a hero. But they gonna catch this guy, right? You know what happens? They gonna end up catching this guy. And as long as he keep his mouth shut and he don't snitch on himself, he could beat this case. Because guess what? The witnesses gonna be too lazy to go to court to make sure that this guy get taken care of. A lot of these witnesses, man, they gonna feel like, I'm gonna let the streets handle it. His buddy promised me he was gonna take care of this. You know what I'm saying? When they really don't take care of the situation, it just becomes a snowball effect, man. More and more people die, more and more people get killed. So it's just crazy, man. But broad daylight shootings, that happens all the time in Chicago.
A lot of tape, a lot of policemen just doing the investigation.
Chicago police say the shooting happened at Cicero and Adams around 10:30 a.m.
The broad daylight makes it even worse. Just people can just up and just do something right in the public's eye.
At the scene, police say two men were both on the sidewalk when they were shot. One was 46, and he is at Stroger in critical condition. The other victim was also taken to Stroger and later died.
See, one of them was 46 years old, man. 46. What the fuck are you doing being shot at the age of 46 years old, man? What's going on? What the fuck are you doing at the age of 46 to get shot? Niggas need jobs. Niggas need jobs now. Ain't no way in hell a 46-year-old able-bodied man was supposed to be standing outside to get shot. Broad daylight, man. You know, what time was it? Did they say what time it was? Was it 10, 11, 12? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But a grown man should not have been outside those hours standing on the corner being shot or being shot at. Niggas need jobs. But y'all know who getting the jobs? Oh, y'all know who getting the jobs? That's my next story. I'm gonna pull that one up right now. Y'all know who getting the jobs in Chicago, man. Right? It ain't no secret who the Democratic government is looking out for in Chicago. They looking out for the next wave of immigrants, right? That's who they looking out for. They looking out for their people. They're not looking out for the black people. They're looking out for their people, which happen to be the next generation of immigrants, the ones that's going to be born in Chicago this year, the ones that's going to be born all over the U.S. this year. And they're going to say, guess what? We want more of our people to come to America. So we're going to bring them up. All right, let's have a look at how they expediting the work permits for these migrants, man. And these niggas are standing on the corner at the age of 46 without jobs, nowhere to go. But they expediting work permits for migrants.
The U.S. before July 31st, so only about half of those who have come to Chicago can apply, but for them, it could be a game changer. A common goal of migrants coming to Chicago is to get a job, to support themselves and their families, and to get out of shelters or tents outside police stations. Today, the first 150 eligible new arrivals began the application process to get permits authorizing them to get jobs.
Immigrants are, are excited and they're happy to be able to receive the assistance that they need to be able to apply for work permits. They have a lot of questions about how fast they will get here. They have questions about how to find a job in the meantime.
Part of the process involves getting fingerprinted and having criminal background checks done. The application process is a joint effort with the Resurrection Project, the city, and the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, the clinics being held at undisclosed locations.
If we're in a situation where we have too many people, we won't be able to serve everybody. And it may create a little bit more chaos than necessary, right?
The effort, the result of the city's request for help that began in September and led to a visit last month by a team from Homeland Security to assess the city's migrant situation.
Until about mid-February, there'll be a little over 30 sessions, and each one aims to serve 300 people, so that in this period, we will be able to help approximately 11,000 people get their work authorization programs.
But for many in communities like Little Village, this new program is somewhat bittersweet because while it's helping new migrants, many people who have waited for years to get their work permits are still left waiting.
We have families that have been waiting for 15, 20 years. Reagan launched the last amnesty. So ever since then, people have been slowly trying to get their legal status, but all the barriers that USCIS puts is very hard.
Next week, I'm told nearly 500 immigrants, community leaders, and others from Chicago will be heading to Washington, D.C. to take part in a national rally on Tuesday to urge the Biden administration to extend work permits to all immigrants.
Damn, 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 damn. Damn, damn, damn. Damn, damn, damn. Oh shit. All right, so where these jobs gonna come from, y'all? Immigrants aren't gonna be driving up and down the streets of Chicago, man. Working for FedEx, working for Amazon, You're going to go into Popeyes, it ain't going to be nothing but immigrants. Harold's Chicken, it ain't going to be nothing but immigrants. Leon's Barbecue, nothing but immigrants. I-57. The local grocery stores, the local shopping marts, the Walmarts, nothing but immigrants, man. People ain't gonna be able to. It's gonna be like you ain't gonna be able to survive in Chicago just speaking English. You feel me? You ain't gonna be able to survive in Chicago just speaking English. You're gonna have to learn Spanish. Because those people, they're gonna get by with little to no English. They're gonna get by in Chicago with little to no English. But you know the crazy part is Mexicans, they don't like what's going on. You know, it's been a lot of Mexicans in Chicago that's illegal, still ain't got their papers, still ain't got their work permits. They gotta get paid under the table. They can't pay tax. They got to get paid under the table. They got to spend their tax dollars, you know, in the stores because the government ain't gonna take it from. So they that's how they pay taxes. They when they buy stuff from the store, you know, when they pay their rent and stuff like that's how they pay taxes, you know. And it's sad. It's sad because the Mexicans don't want them in their community. They're not from Mexico, from Venezuela. And they're getting better treatment than the Mexicans. So if you ask me, this ain't nothing but race war written all over it. Race war written all over it. Why they giving these people jobs? Guess what's happening in the black community? Guess what's happening in our community, which they're trying to change into their community. This is what's going on in our shit. This is a sad story right here. All right, so let me pull it up. Right across the street from where they are going to build the camp, the encampment. Right across the street where they're gonna build the camp is this Walgreens right here. It's on 115th and Halsted. And if they zoom the camera across the street over this way, towards this way, this direction, you will see the Halsted Indoor Mall where they're going to build the tents. All right, so this story is important. This story is very important because this is a Walgreens that's in the community. And I know what you're saying, Lo. What is Walgreens? They don't sell that much food. It's not like Walmart or nothing like that. But guess what Walgreens is for? Walgreens, it gives you your medication. If you're an older person or if you're a young person, if you just got health needs, Walgreens is where you can pick up your prescriptions, right? And this one is closing. And I wonder why it's closing right before the migrants move in across the street. Now, what if they close this Walgreens and they house migrants in this building? The landlords are going to be getting paid like a motherfucker. That's really a smart idea. We can close down a business that we got to worry about theft, losing money, and all type of nonsense happening to our employees, and we can just put 100 cots up in that motherfucker. 100 cots. And once we put those 100 cots in there, we can charge the city $75,000, $80,000 a month for rent, man. Let's hear this.
Access to their local pharmacy. As we have been reporting, the Walgreens near 115th and Halsted is closing. And now our Evelyn Holmes takes us to the neighborhood where people are worried about getting
right across the street, y'all. Right across the street from the tent.
Residents here say their
there.
West Roseland neighborhood is one
that's here. Right there, right there. Right here is where they finna build the home, the migrant campground. They got a gate around it already. You got access to buses going east, west, north, and south. Right there is where they're going to build the encampment for the immigrants. And
Residents here.
So that's my thing. It makes no sense for this Walgreens to close right before all of them immigrant dollars come in. Because once they build the encampment, those people are going to need medication as well as the black folks. But no, man, I think Walgreens is like, shit, we need to get in on some of this. It's just like when Donald Trump was giving people $900 a week and motherfuckers was quitting their jobs. Like, shit, we need to get in on this $900 a week because the government is paying us to do this. So they close this Walgreens down right now. By the time they build that encampment over there, they can put some type of immigrant service building right here, man. Open up y'all eyes. Make sure it makes sense. Open up your eyes. They closing down something vital to the community. And what's going to be there next? It's going to be something for the immigrants, social services, maybe a temp service, helping those people out. Maybe a business, something else. It's going to turn from a place that was losing money because it's in a poor community to a place that's making $90,000 a month just to house the migrants. And they don't have to do nothing. They don't have to put no beds in there. They don't have to put TVs in there. The city, the state's going to do all of it. They just have to own the land. Right across the street from the new homeless encampment, they're closing down the Walgreens. Let's listen to this, and I'm going to tell y'all why it's important.
Say their West Roseland neighborhood is one step closer to becoming a pharmacy desert with the closure of this Walgreens.
After this Walgreens is gone, that's it.
The Chicagoan joins many left shocked after learning the far Southside Pharmacy would permanently close its doors at the end of business on November 9th.
It's kind of baffling. This community is so underserved.
The Walgreens store at 115th and Halsted is among roughly 150 locations nationwide the Dearborn-based company announced would close. According to multiple reports, a spokesperson for Walgreens says company officials looked at several factors before making the difficult decision to close the store.
Area residents will now have to travel at least 2 miles to get to the nearest Walgreens, like this one here at 103rd in Michigan.
The store's patient pharmacy files will be transferred to a Calumet Park Walgreens at 128th and Ashland, a problem for 82-year-old neighborhood resident Jerry Boyd, who doesn't have a car and walks to the pharmacy to pick up her prescriptions.
I don't have no.
82-year-old woman walks to Walgreens to pick up her prescription. Look at this nigga in the back, though, man. Look at what the fuck he on, man. Are you about to try to rob somebody or some shit? That nigga look weird back there. But this 82-year-old woman walks to this particular Walgreens whenever she need her prescriptions filled, and it's right across the street from the migrant, the planned encampment for migrants on 115th and Halsted. Right across the street from them. Why are they closing at this particular time? Make it make sense. It makes sense to me. They finna open up something right there for the migrants. Or they don't want us to know how much the migrants steal, right? So the migrants gonna go over there and they're gonna steal, they're gonna rob that motherfucker blind or something like that. They don't either, it's either or. I can guarantee you, if they shut down that store and they charge the city of Chicago $80,000 a month to rent that building, like most people are doing, it's like I told y'all, it's just like Trump when he gave that money out. Why would I go to work? I'm getting $900 from the state. So these people are going to shut down this Walgreens, and this 82-year-old woman ain't got no way to go and pick up her stuff, her prescriptions, because she walks to the Walgreens. She probably walks up there just so she can stay active. And y'all don't see this. Nobody sees this. Why would they close it down right before they build the homeless encampment? So they can rent it to the government.
way to get all the way out there.
The Walgreens store sits in Alderman Ronnie Mosley's 21st Ward. In a statement posted on social media, Mosley says he's frustrated by the news, adding in part, "This is the only standalone pharmacy in the 21st Ward. This closure has a significant impact on our seniors, youth, and those with chronic health conditions." Other nearby Walgreens are located at 103rd and Western, 111th and Kedzie, and 108th.
Man, look, 118th and Western, 105th. This is the one they closing. 103rd and Western, 111th and Kedzie, 118th and Western. That shit is the West Side, basically. That's these, even though these are suburbs, Western and 111th and Kedzie, even 103rd and Western. Those are suburbs outside of the city limits. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to pay attention. We got to pay attention to this type of stuff that they doing. These people ain't got no place to go. That 82-year-old woman, she can't walk to 103rd and Western. Not from Holsted. I can't do it. She can't walk to 111th and Kedzie. I cannot do that. 111th, 18th and West. I can't walk that goddamn far. I'll be a maniac walking that far. I'll be ready to carjack somebody walking that goddamn far. We got to pay attention, man. We got to pay attention. We don't pay attention as black people to our community, man. And I'm finna show y'all this next video. It is gonna let y'all know that even professional black people do not pay attention to the goddamn signs, man. We don't pay attention to the signs at all, ladies and gentlemen. Now this video right here, let me pull it up. We don't pay attention to the signs. All right, so charges filed against Chicago police officer. Of course, y'all know what race he is. Y'all know what race he is. Because if he was white, it'll be under investigation maybe, at the most. He'll be getting paid while he sit at the house and go fishing every goddamn day. But let's see what this officer did to get charges filed against him. Let's see.
Elementary school. We've blurred the faces of other children who are preparing to enter the school. A man attorneys have identified as Officer Craig Lancaster arrives, hugs a woman, and after talking with the woman, Lancaster is seen shoving a student. Lancaster is now charged with aggravated battery in a public way.
How many police officers you know get charged with battery for just pushing somebody? We done seen these motherfuckers put their knees on people's neck. We done seen them beat up young kids, all of that. A lot of them don't get charged. Not for what this man did. And then you know what? Like I said, we don't see the big picture. Just like this officer did not see the big picture. Because if he would have saw the big picture, he would have knew that his black ass could get arrested. Let me treat these kids with a little bit more respect than they treat me because I know better. What did this kid even do? The kid looked like he was just walking past, minding his own business. But this officer got charges filed against him. And you know what? I can almost imagine he may be found guilty. And he should be. Because you don't go pushing on nobody's child. Some man was walking past. They're going to play it again. Let's play it again.
And Lancaster is a defendant in a federal civil rights lawsuit filed on behalf of the then 14-year-old boy.
He's assaulted, and all he does is kind of back away and put his arms up. Like, what did I do? You can see exactly how he responds. He's just a sweet kid.
Attorney Jordan Marsh, who provided us with the video, represents Jaquan Williams. Williams is the student involved. Marsh says the teen had never seen Officer Lancaster and did not know why the man put hands on him.
How are people supposed to respect police officers when you've got guys like Lancaster running around throttling people, children, for no reason?
The attorney for Officer Lancaster issued a statement saying in part, when the minor child became a danger to the students and the staff, he acted in a manner to protect the children and staff from a student who was clearly a threat to all present.
Clearly a threat. this mumbo jumbo. See, they say shit like this, but it ain't gonna work for this black man. It ain't gonna work for this black officer. He was clearly a threat by walking past from what we seen, not doing nothing. We just saw it. It's on video. And this is what excuse me. This is what's gonna get the officer. Statements like this. You can't come with these white officer statements. You got to come with the black officer statements. I thought it appeared that he may have, when you say this, the minor child became a danger to the student and the staff. What type of danger if you're just walking past minding your own business? Just being a 14-year-old? No, this man was out there. He was out there showing his power because he just hugged that lady. He probably be flirting with her all day, showing off his power. That's what's going on. He trying to stunt in front of this goddamn teacher's aide or whoever the fuck she is. He trying to stunt in front of her and then put his hands on this little kid, this teenage kid, and he's a 60-year-old fucking officer, 55, 60 years old, about to retire in the next couple of years. And now he about to lose his benefits, and he deserved to. He deserved to. They should sue him and sue the force. We got police officers at the school just picking on kids. If he was a danger, why didn't he put him in handcuffs? What type of danger are you talking about? We are not stupid. The people ain't stupid.
He goes on to say, we look forward to defending this case in court. The attorney for Williams says the video does not show any danger to the public. The matter is being investigated by the Civilian Office of Police Accountability. While Officer Lancaster remains active with the Chicago Police Department, he is due in court next week to face a criminal charge. Watch breaking news.
Ooh, man. Hey, I'll tell y'all one thing. What's good for the goose is not good for the gander. What's good for the goose is not good for the gander. Nigga, you a nigga. Treat your people right. Don't be out here mistreating your people. To show off for these black police, showing off for the white cop, show off for that female, that lady. That's what you wanted to do? You wanted to show off for a goddamn lady. And that's what's gonna take you down, man. Simp. Being a simp is what's gonna take this nigga down, man. Let's move on to our next story. All right, so O Block, man. O Block is in the news again. And I'm not talking about what I was talking about last week as far as the young lady, Sydney Starr, saying that she ran through a gang of O Block members. I'm not talking about that, man. I'm talking about the fact that a Minnesota rapper came to O Block. A young Minnesota nigga came to O Block, man. He got his chain took. But according to Hip Hop Buddha, I need y'all to go check out Hip Hop Buddha's channel if you ain't already subscribed to the channel, or check out King AK47. But according to Hip Hop Buddha, they took some booty. So right after Sydney Starr, a man who looks like a woman goes on to Adam 22 and say that she had sex with multiple O Block members. It comes out that they took some booty, or they spit in the booty. They savage life this guy from Minnesota. Oh man, this is crazy. Let's listen to Hip Hop Buddha, man. Now, I really don't trust Buddha that much because some of the things he be saying seems a little bit far-fetched. But he's telling us that not only did they snatch his chain, they snatched his manhood. Let's listen.
Did the video yesterday, right? About Mr. A. Dot getting his chain took and his watch took in O Block. Bang, bang, right? Now check this out. What I didn't know is that they did more than take his chain. Yeah. They did more than take his watch. You see what I'm saying? Now look at this picture. Oh, man. Oh, they got his J posted. They posted good with his J, boy. Oh, man. Don't get your J took out here. No. Oh, Mr. Dot. Oh, they got you. Oh, man. But this ain't even the craziest part, bro. I'm finna play it for y'all. And then we gonna talk about it.
Okay, so yeah, let's hear it real quick.
Chain. Here you go, rapper. Put it on his neck. Let me see your watch. He put it on his wrist. Then, dude tried to run off with it. You know, PNV 8 he snatched it back. Then he run into the trap. I'm talking about they all went in there. Everybody from O Block went in there. Spit in his butt, raped him, took the chain, beat his
Whoa,
ass.
whoa. Y'all heard that? This is a witness. This is a O Block resident. This woman right here, she don't want her face to be seen because of what she's saying about O Block. But this is a warning to all of you niggas who think it's cool to go to O Block. I wish they would have did this to somebody like Steven Jackson. Stop taking advantage of the youth. Like I said in the other video when I first talked about this, take advantage of these old fools, man, like Steven Jackson, man, who got to check in, right? He had to check in. This lady said they raped him. This lady said they, listen again. Listen just a little bit again.
It on his wrist. Then, dude tried to run off with it. You know, PNV 8 he snatched it back. Then he run into the trap. I'm talking about they all went in there. Everybody from O Block went in there. Spit in his butt, raped him, took the chain, beat his ass. Oh, my Lord. Walk
oh,
up
my
to
God.
Her. You know, PNV 8 he snatched it back. Then he run into the trap. I'm talking about they all went in there. Everybody from O Block went in there. Spit in his butt, raped him, took the chain, beat his ass. Oh, my Lord. Walk up to him. Let me see your chain. Here you go, rapper.
Oh, I don't even want to hear it no more. I can't hear that no more. So, days after Sydney Starr goes on Adam 22's No Jumper and say that she has had sex with several O Block members. Several O Block members. Days after Sydney Starr says she has sex with several O Block members. A O Block resident say they raped that young man from Minnesota. An O Block resident say they spit. They gave him the savage life treatment. Gave him the savage life. And sent them trucking back to Minnesota. What in the world is going on in this world, ladies and gentlemen? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. So now I kind of believe Sydney Starr, which I believed them anyway. I believe Sydney Starr anyway. Because Sydney Starr is from Chicago. She got people, or he got people in Chicago that something could happen to for saying something about O Block. We already had him connected to an O Block member. He was already out there messing around with O Block Montana. Now, where O Block Montana at, I don't know. So why wouldn't I believe Sydney Starr? Sydney Starr said it days later. This woman, a resident, she's comfortable. It looked like she had a house coat, if you could see in between the thing that was covering her face, because she didn't want her face to be seen. She didn't want her face to be seen. But if you looked in between that, she had on the house coat. She looked just like an O Block resident. Looked like she moving on up. You know what I'm saying? In the east side. You know what I'm saying? It looked just like that. It's crazy. They savage life the nigga? Oh, we do that for real. That's what they said, man. They said we do this for real. We spitting booties. We take booties. She said they took it. Sent that boy back to Minnesota. Why y'all ain't do that to the white boys that came over there? Why y'all don't do that to the Mexicans that come over there? Why y'all ain't do it to Adam 22? Oh, he paid $100,000 for that not to happen to him. You know what I'm saying? He paid $100,000 to O Block for that not to happen to him. But what about Steven Jackson? How much did he pay? We need answers, O Block. We need answers now. The fuck's going on down there, man? All right, man, I'm going to pull y'all up on my last story, man, and it has to do with the migrants because that's the biggest issue in Chicago. Forget about O Block spitting in one nigga's booty and having sex with morphodikes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Forget about that. This is the real issue, man. These people are coming here taking money.
Yeah, Judy and Rob, it was a day for laying down the swords between the mayor's former floor leader, Alderman Carlos Ramirez-Rosa, and West Side Alderwoman Emma Mitz. She says that he grabbed her by the arm and bullied her last week to prevent her from taking part in a special city council meeting. Today, she spoke publicly about the incident for the first time and called out Ramirez-Rosa. He then offered what appeared to be a sincere apology. Alderman Carlos Ramirez-Rosa offering a hug to Alderwoman Emma Mitz before City Council today as he prepared to make a public apology before the entire body, but not before she had a chance to talk about the incident last week during a special City Council meeting that she says left her shaking.
He said, you know, you shouldn't be in here. I said, well, why are you bothering me? He says, because the rest of your colleagues are idiots.
She then recounted how Ramirez-Rosa physically blocked her from entering council chambers for a roll call vote, saying it reminded her of when she was a little girl in the South.
Thank you. You did apologize this morning to me. First time we talked. And I will tell you this. Action always speaks louder than words.
Ramirez.
All right, so first off, I want to say shout out to Black Men United. Y'all see them guys in the back with the red, black, and green jackets on, the black jackets with the red, black, and green letters on them? That's Black Men United. I know that Crusher, former gangster disciple, growth and development member Crusher, is involved with Black Men United. Still standing up for the community. All right, so here's the deal right here. They was voting on to stop Chicago from being a sanctuary city. This guy right here grabbed that old black woman and held her in his office so that she would not be on the floor and tried to hold her in his office until the time ran out to when she wouldn't have been able to do nothing, right? What the fuck? Why isn't he arrested like the police officer? The black officer was arrested. Why this motherfucker ain't arrested? Somebody help me with that. And this black lady right here, talk about some I forgive, but action speaks louder than words. I'm glad she said that. But no, the only way you can forgive is to forgive with the letter of the law. This man should be in handcuffs. Let's continue.
Ramirez-Rosa then apologized to her and the entire council.
I sincerely apologize to you, my colleague, Alderwoman Emma Mitz.
Fake.
For the disrespectful interaction that we had outside of council chambers and for my overzealous attempts throughout the day to try and convince you not to be part of the quorum.
Earlier, a committee meeting dealing with referendums related to the migrant crisis devolved into chaos, forcing the meeting to be recessed. Mitz later addressing that as well.
I saw this coming. But until we get some law and order in here now and start respecting each other, then we'll be having.
Let's not put her as the spokesperson for all black people because she got beat. No, she don't speak for everybody. No, it's time to be upset. It's time to be up in arms. All of that. All of that. He don't put your hands on you like that. You don't put your hands on nobody, especially an elderly woman. And she talking about, I was scared. So why you ain't press charges? Why you didn't call for the cops? Why we ain't talking about this man being locked up? Because you were scared. Oh, man, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, I done got heated up. Man. All right, man. That's the end of our show, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, man, tell me how y'all feel about each one of these particular stories in the comment section. I will be back later with more news and commentary, man. It's overnight news with your homeboy Low from the Go. I'll be back later, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.